What's your trail name?
Augie.
Augie, Oggie.
That's it.
And where'd you get Augie?
Childhood nickname.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Augie, where are you from? Now.
Silver Spring, Maryland.
Silver Spring, Maryland. And Augie, what is it that you do for a living? Because I find this kind of fascinating.
Well, I'm an ornithologist. I work in a bird research agency for the National Zoo, Smithsonian.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
And what's the big deal about today?
Oh my gosh, the big deal about today is, well, my family comes to meet me here in Baxter State Park, and then tomorrow they help me summit what will end a 40-year endeavor of finishing the Appalachian Trail.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'm just...
So one more day for you.
That's right.
Yeah, it must be surreal.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it sinking in a little bit?
You can see right now. Yeah, it's starting to sink in.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
Augie. So what do you?
Yes.
So what's the difference of how you're eating? What are you doing differently?
Well, I just wish others would see the light. But see you there, Pocket Hulk.
All right.
But the way to go is cold soaking.
So you don't cook.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that luscious? I don't cook. Before I go to bed, I soak oatmeal and fruit powder and peanut butter powder and all kinds of powder. And the following morning, it is just this.
And you do that for dinner too, but you don't overnight soak, but you soak for dinner.
When I leave for the hike in the morning, before I soak my noodles and my dehydrated veggies and my spices and
all right.
Oh, it's just delectable, Chase. It's just delectable. Yes.
And if you don't recognize sarcasm.
Yeah.
Right.
So FYI, Augie's not a big fan. He's been doing it, but he's not a big fan.
This is the last section hike I will ever cold soak.
All right. Our stuff in the back. All right, getting back on trail. All right, starting off day 148, and left my poles back at the storage shed hut thing, like an idiot. So walking back, didn't get very far. Oh look, poles. All right, it is day 148. It is summit day, Katahdin. We have left the Birches, and yeah, I was gonna do a wrap-up last night video, but then there was people and I got busy. Well, not really busy, but I just didn't get around to it. So let's talk about yesterday a little bit. That hike up from Abol Bridge to the Birches was one of the best hikes we've done in the entire AT. It's just gorgeous. Helped that it was a great day, but just all around, I mean, going along the streams and waterfalls was pretty great. And checking in at the ranger station was pretty easy. All went smoothly, followed the process. We came to the Birches and got settled in. All right, it's a nice cool morning. And it's supposed to be temps 50 to 60 today. So, but clear, slight breeze, small wind. Should be a great day to summit. And so it starts. A little bit of a rock scramble, getting a little steeper. So last night in camp, we had one hiker there, and we had met him earlier. At some point, he was just sitting by the stream, walking, and then when he walked really slow. Young guy named Beans. Beans is doing this on a severe budget. He said he was spending less than $350 a month, which is pretty darn budgeted. He found an old pair of shoes in a hiker box and been wearing them for 750 miles, which is crazy. And he gets a lot of his food out of hiker boxes. Anyways, the thing about Beans was he was really sick. He had been sick since he entered the 100-mile wilderness. He wasn't sure why. He thought maybe he had Giardia. Could have been norovirus. So, first of all, we all wanted to keep our distance too, but he sat by the fire most of the night, barely moving, and except to run to the privy. So this was his last day. And, you know, he talked a little bit about the fact that, man, this sucks, but he's just got to keep pushing. And he left real early before all of us, because he said, I know it's going to take me a long time to get to the top. So, man, I wish that kid luck. He's, I don't know if I could do it. He looked pretty sick, and he still kept pushing, you know. So, we're just doing these easy boulder scrambles. My understanding is about 0.4 miles up farther where we'll hit the tree line, and at that point is where the technical scrambles start along an exposed ridge. So, cool. We'll see how that looks. Okay, those rocks are getting tall. Here starts the technical section. Even Far Out mentions that. Once you get above the tree line, the technical section starts. Don't fall.
I don't want to fall.
Ah, there's iron rungs up there. Got it. This is going to be interesting. Well, that was cool. That was kind of fun. A little exhilarating. Hoping you don't drop off. And it just keeps going. Oh man, check this out. So we gotta get over here. There's a rebar hook, I guess, to help you down. And then there's another rebar hook over there. Holy heck. This is pretty technical.
This one was kind of sketch for me. I had to get my foot on the pin.
Yeah, I get how to do it.
And crawl.
That first step, I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah.
And this,
Yeah, I got on my knees, hands and knees, and did not try
You
to,
have to, because you don't have no clearance either.
yeah, stand up because the there is handholds on some of those rocks.
Cool. You know, one thing that's becoming quite apparent to me is that when you finish your hike here on the top of Katahdin, not only are you just sort of, you know, it's just amazing that you know, you did all that, everything you've done, but to actually have done this mountain is just amazing. I mean, no matter what, climbing to the top of this mountain, all the stuff that we just did and we're going to do, it's a lot of technical stuff, a lot of scary climbing, and to get to the top is quite an accomplishment. And one bit of advice for anybody doing this is coming up Hunt Trail is once you hit the technical stuff, and you'll know when you hit it, put your poles away. They're not going to help. You're going to need both hands. So just pro tip, not from a not quite a pro. Kind of hoping we were kind of over the really steep hands and knees section. You can see Buzz up there. I don't know if you can see him, but he's on his hands and knees. And the guy in front of him looked like a pretty accomplished hiker, and he's taking his time. It's going to be a pretty steep rock climb up. I hope at the top of that is kind of our finish of the hard part. I don't know. Well, all right. Sure. Remember a couple hours ago when a younger, much younger, naive or me thought there'd be a couple of technical sections we'd have to deal with? Yeah. Please tell me this is the last major ascent climb. Still climbing. Still got 1.7 miles to go. Katahdin's no joke. The fun just doesn't end. But I'm hoping I'm nearing the top of this climb. Not the peak, I know that. Got another 1.5 miles to go. Alright, I think we reached the top of the hard climb, the technical climb, the sketchy climb, whatever you want to call it. And now we're on a table of sorts. And we're going to walk, I think, up to there, which is the highest point. But I think from here, it's easy. Where all the hard stuff is done. And we're not taking that same trail back down, so there's that. Now the other trail may be hard in its own ways. That was Hunt Trail coming up, which is the official AT trail. We're taking Abol, A-B-O-L, down. All right, the return trip. We are now on Abol Trail. We're off the AT and we're heading downhill. The descent on Abol. So it's been quite a bit of a rock scramble. Not too bad. So what's your trail names?
I'm Snakes. Lost Wheels.
Six. And tell me the story. What is it about you guys that people should know?
Well, we're siblings.
We're very unique on the trail. No one else meets three siblings that don't kill each other.
Yeah, we've been hiking since 2018. We've always done like a spring trip and a fall trip.
Okay. And so you've done long sections.
Yes.
Long sections, right?
And
And
this one's been,
and what did you do today?
today we hiked all the way up to the top of Katahdin.
And it was a tough hike
And it was
because,
the hardest.
Trust me, I know.
especially
Yes.
because of her knee
Yep.
with a torn meniscus and some
I
kind of
fell
ligament damage.
last year when we went on trail. I fell at Eastby Hill near Andover,
Okay.
and I tore two things in my knee. So I have to have surgery. I'm going home to surgery.
Oh. But you guys did it. And how was your reaction at the top to the to reaching the summit?
Well, I noticed she was crying, and I think I was crying too.
Yeah.
And
And
just
then
to be there and touch that
it was
sign,
emotional, very.
and then get a picture of all three of us
After
together.
all the miles we've done, it was like the finale, and it was very emotional.
That's awesome. Okay. Anything planned for now after this? Or you just want to like?
Just relax.
Just to reminisce
I've
about
got
it. We got a
14
couple
grand.
parties
Okay.
planned for when we get home. We'll
Yeah.
get together.
Sit in your easy chair.
And I got about 10 welding jobs sitting in front of my garage because I've been gone.
Work to be done. Yep.
That's right.
All right. You guys are awesome. I have a ton of respect
Thank
for
you.
all three of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.